Welcome to part 9 of Sonic Boom. We're down a man now, and we're making our way towards the beach at the front, which I'm going to skip past because it takes for bloody ages to get across this whole
We've actually gone through 9 parts of this shit.
Yep. Now, there's only a few left. We're getting towards the end now. I'm not sure what all this kind of shit is over this way. There's something you can do with it. For some reason, the Ender Beam weren't registering here. I remember on my first run, I managed to do something to them kind of towers using the Ender Beam, but it just weren't going then, so I kind of gave up with it and never went back.
Oh yeah, it's like a side quest for one of the other characters. It's like a defense system.
Oh, right, well, one of the missions you have to
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, if I didn't activate the mission, that would be it.
Is that the somersault?
No, it's like...
Spin dash?
It's a spin dash, but it's like the world's most pathetic spin dash ever.
That is crap.
Like, I didn't like the spin dash in Lost World, but this spin dash makes me appreciate the Lost World spin dash a hell of a lot
Lost
more.
World spin dash is good.
I don't like the way, like, you have to hold the extra button down to keep it going.
I don't know why people complain so much about Lost World. I just think it's like an average game. I don't think it's anything special.
Well, when it first came out, I think it was, like, completely fucking horrible, but since they've patched it...
It wasn't completely fucking horrible.
Well,
it was merely the wisps that had a problem.
There's the whole not getting extra lives at 100 rings, things like that.
Okay,
and
that...
Then again, it could be from your own perspective, really, if you like complain about it. If you're someone that nitpicks a lot, then you will have a field day with fucking Sonic Lost World, wouldn't you? So,
there are so many problems with that game that you can, like, do apart. Nowadays, I think, since, like, they've done several updates to it and that, it's not completely horrible how it was at launch, but I think it's just sort of boring now. Not as much of this as this game, but, like, there's a lot of things that just really don't roll well with me.
to be honest, as like a customer, like a gaming customer in general, Sonic over the past 10 years hasn't produced anything that would make me go out to buy a Sonic game like after Sonic Adventure 1.
That's fair enough. I like that cutscene. Knuckles was just arguing the point they made. Yeah, this next level coming up, you're just playing as Sonic and Amy, so... shit tease, I guess.
They actually flirt during it.
It's not that bad, actually, in this, thank Christ.
Yeah, they don't flirt at all during this game.
Which I'm so thankful for, because it's so awkward like in the other games.
Wow, what is this place?
I think the lip syncing for the other games are really out of place. So you look at Sonic Adventure 2, it was like a 2-second delay.
Yeah, the worst one I reckon is Sonic Adventure 1. Like the mouse, like it's just a binary. Either the mouth is open or the mouth is closed, and so like their mouths are like flapping all over the place as they're talking. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Quincy just explained they was created there.
Well, Quincy, his character, there was potential like for them to do more with him, but he's just sort of there, isn't he?
Yeah,
Who the hell's Quincy?
He's that little robot that floats around.
He isn't really memorable, is he?
No.
Who's first?
Like what they've talked about how he's like used to be with lyric and shit, and like it's more like in the last level really that he starts talking about how he's overly like friendly with all the team, and that makes me think there was probably some idea for them to have him like betray the main characters or something, but it just never sort of came to fruition.
Yeah, and it's so sudden that he's so friendly.
It's like, we're a team.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on screen, more boring robot fights.
Yeah, Sonic even said like, how do you keep appearing out of nowhere? This is the first time he's appeared out of nowhere.
I'm starting to think there was a lot of stuff cut with him.
Yeah.
Which, I know that's not a new thing for a Sonic game to have a lot of stuff cut, but still. Anyway, that crystal's just there. That looks way too easy, right?
So, has there actually been a new Sonic game announced?
There's been that Sonic Runners game. It's a mobile game. It looks absolutely terrible. It's basically like just a auto runner game running through different levels from Lost World.
You know that Sega of America has moved. Will it just primarily be PC games now, or will they still do some Wii U games?
I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see at this point. Like, I don't think they would normally have announced a new game at this time of the year anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much about it just yet. We'll see like later in the year.
The thing is with Sega as a company, like, well, Sonic as like a franchise, it makes you keep on hoping all the time for another good series, and that shouldn't even make you do that.
Yeah, like you should just be able to think like even if it's not the greatest game, it'll at least be fun. But
you
that
should
doesn't
be comfortable
happen.
with like your own series, and your fan base like should be comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that scene with the Guardian just really hammered in how much slower Sonic is in this game. If this was the same Sonic from the other games, that Guardian wouldn't even be able to be near them.
Steve, would you say this is slightly more bearable than Heroes?
Yeah, because it was so mercifully short.
Okay.
Waste? Like in toxic waste?
Yeah, the thing with Heroes, I can bear it for maybe like half hour at a time, whereas half hour in this is one level. So that's kind of where I come from. Like, I hate this more than I hate Heroes, but that's really not. Like,
Would you say this is the worst game you've ever played?
yeah, at this moment in time, yeah.
Alright.
It's because it's so boring, and like, the purpose of a game is to entertain you. So if it bores you, that's the complete opposite of the purpose.
Lost World 3DS, that's like the worst 3DS game.
I haven't played that properly for myself. Like, I reckon if I put the time in to finish that, I will probably get more sick of that one.
Yeah.
But I just gave up after the second world and sent it back. So
What infuriated you with it?
it's nothing where there's like stupidly long levels and there's like sections that just sort of bore you. It was, what was it, in the desert level, the second world, there's these enemies that you just have to sort of like kill loads of them, like the big enemies that take loads of hits before you can go on.
Yeah.
And to a point where I just didn't want to play.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, it's another Mountain Dew machine. I thought they ran out of them in the end of Lost World. This is like some sluggier sort of Mountain Dew though, isn't it?
Yeah, this is ancient Mountain Dew.
Yeah, the ancients needed their energy drinks.
Yeah. This is the original formula.
No, the original formula was from that worm woman from Futurama.
Yeah. Slurm Factory.
You're gonna find her in this, actually.
Well, you find her in fucking DMC, don't you? Like, I love that how that is blatantly the same plot in DMC, isn't it? You know, that
Slurm Factory.
yeah, it is that. Subtlety. Not one of Capcom's strengths in that regard, I suppose.
I like DMC.
It's a fun game, but the plot is so stupid.
I
But,
don't know why people bitch about it. I'm just like, get a fucking pair, you know what I mean?
well, what is this? Look, like, it's such a radical change, and I think Ninja Theory were kind of dickheads,
Yeah,
like,
but-
in regards to original DMC fans. Like,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if I was annoyed by a game, I wouldn't just like bitch about it and like tweet on that. Just deal with it.
well,
'Cause
no,
that's personal experience, like, you know what I mean?
Well, I prefer to just like talk about basically anything. Like, it's my kind of philosophy on this kind of things that like anything that's published is like fair game to talk about. You know, so like if you like it, you can say you like it. If you don't like it, you can say you hate it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. It's just why I complain all the time.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that though. I can't really talk in that regard. If I don't like something, I can rant on for ages about it. Anyway, this guy here, he shows up a lot through this level, but he doesn't seem to be like an actual threat at all. He actually reminds me of like the whole, what is the boss from DMC? The one where it's like thing that leans over and gets you. It might actually be that same succubus boss.
Yeah.
Like the way that it keeps on like throwing the tentacles forward to try and slap you
Yeah,
across
there's
it.
not much bosses. There's only 3 bosses in that game.
Yeah, there's really not that many. Well, like, I'm thinking there's a
Bob Barbus,
succubus.
Succubus, and what's his name at the end? Morbus or
Mundus, yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's like this secret final boss in there as well.
Is
so
there?
yeah, which I won't go into because that's kind of spoilery territory.
It
but
doesn't bother
it's
me.
predictable as fuck as to what it is. I'll give that much.
might look it up actually.
I thought you could jump down there, but apparently not.
No, you must play the game in this section.
You will play the game as I tell you to play the game. Like, why show me the area if I'm not allowed to go there?
Open sesame.
This is my strategy with this game. Like, don't bother avoiding anything. Just sort of run and hope for the best.
You're not exactly going to die.
And if you do, you sort of respawn back in the same place. So who gives a shit? There's a lot of like homing attack chains in this level, aren't there? Which there weren't that many earlier in the game.
Well, it's faster than walking.
Not by much, but it's faster than walking. Oh look, it's the exact same section again coming up.
Again? Come on.
Pipes, be careful.
Modern Sonic would turn around and boost his way into that thing, killing it with one hit.
Yeah.
This is modern Sonic.
No, this is...
This is modern as in present day Sonic.
Well, yeah. What I love is some people have started just referring to it as postmodern Sonic. Personally, I would say that really Generations was postmodern Sonic on the basis of like the whole postmodern remix culture and shit, but no, apparently this is it.
I just call this Boom Sonic.
Yeah.
Because Generations would start off like the Lost World sort of type era, really, wouldn't it?
Well, Lost World is technically still modern Sonic, like, in terms of his design and shit, and given that it's like a follow-up to Colours and
Why can't modern Sonic, be like old Sonic?
I don't know. I would take the consistency in quality,
Yeah.
and that would make me happy.
This is pretty much like the Sonic series in a nutshell. 90s, great. 2000s and 2010s, shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, they weren't all shit. Generations,
Mostly were.
Colours.
Yeah, but I hate when, like, whenever someone's tearing the shit out of the Sonic series, and like people always go to, well, remember Colours and Generations. Like, put it this way, Generations was like nearly 4 years ago now. It's not a defence for Sonic anymore.
I like this. And it was like, would you look at this? Yes, look at how crap and bland it looks.
Hey, this isn't amazing visuals for a PS2 game, okay?
Just take a minute to soak it in.
Take a minute to soak it in. My God, it's awful.
I can't believe they spent half the budget on pizza.
And on Muppet Face Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Even Sonic couldn't bear it.
Even Sonic's bored of this shit at this point.
And he
Fight some more
and he
stuff.
got plastic surgery to get away from all this shit. Yeah.
Have you seen like the kind of revised design from that Sonic Wonders game? It's kind of like a more chibi shaped modern Sonic. Which I think I know what they're doing. I don't think it's like a proper redesign, so to say. I think what they're doing is because it's like a mobile game and you've got a smaller screen, they're just kind of emphasising his features a bit more so he sticks out more on the phone screen, which kind of makes sense really. Anyway, these ice robots are really fucking annoying. Like, they just freeze you mid-battle, and given that they don't really do much while you're frozen, it's just a like time waster as opposed to
Maybe you aren't
something you can work around. And I think I might die here. Don't know why, something gives me that vibe.
Got me good.
Yep.
So, yeah, this game's crap.
Yeah.
I'm just watching this at the moment.
Yeah, let's just sit back and watch and this could be like interesting footage, like if you need to catch up on sleep or something, just watch Sonic fight the robot over and over and over and over and over.
And spin dash over and over.
And you gotta love these like worm enemies that just keep on appearing, even when you think you're done.
It's like a shitty whack-a-mole.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's kind of the way they're laid out there, you know, like that thing in Amy's story in SO1 where you like gotta hit the
The corresponding buttons that you gotta hit.
Well, the ones like where you gotta hit like the like Sonic and Supersonic faces, like miss the Eggman ones and that. Just that kind of thing.
That bounce pad wasn't even facing in that direction.
Right, is he underwater?
Nah.
Nah, it's like a water area, but he's not actually getting wet here.
Does he just say he can't swim in this and they just got to work off that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
See ya,
I think it was either the first or second episode of the
It was
TV
the
series.
first episode.
They made it clear that Sonic can't swim in this universe either, but
Yeah, he just fell in the water and went, I can't swim. He sounded really bored.
yeah, it's like, oh god, I'm gonna die. Fuck.
Is holding this one.
It's kind of like he didn't care.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, gonna die. Oh well.
Rest in peace, me. See you alright.
And then he just respawns. Fuck!
There's one thing I can give this area credit for is I kind of like the general thematic they're going for. Like there's different seashell kind of objects, and there's that section we were just on a minute ago. It looks like the
Makes a
wreckage of a
change
boat.
from generic shitty acid factory.
Yeah. Or like here's this lyrics layer where you just casually fall through the floor.
Which, you know that I said acid factory. That business would be booming for people playing this. Because that's what you need to take to enjoy this shitty game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Even stoners have got better shit to do with their time, really.
What, just smoking weed?
Yeah, just sit in an alley, watch all these fantasy creatures walking past.
Anchors away.
Now, here's another platforming section. Once I've got this thing that I don't need. See, that section's got like the thing you can grab onto the edge of the walls. Shame the ones earlier on didn't.
Got it.
Got it. I don't think that's how I was supposed to do that part, but fuck it. It worked. And then that thing that was meant to bounce me up didn't bounce me up for some reason, so I've got to start again.
I just can't wait for this part to finish until I can drink my drink.
I think you might need something a bit stronger than Coke.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol won't even do the job.
See, there's a reason why I hate myself so much, and it's my dedication to crap like this. I made it that time. If you can tell, you can't tell, like, I'm being really reckless with the platform in here, aren't I?
Well, what's the point of even trying to avoid any of the obstacles? You can't die. So
That is
what's
true.
the point? You're never going to get a game over screen. You're never going to get frustrated with dying all the time to make you want to stay alive.
Yeah, and I'm playing Sonic Boom, so I don't really have much reason to stay alive. Just saying. It's so good to like just vent anger on like a video game. I don't know why.
It's good therapy.
Cheap on actual therapy, yeah. I do like hate these shielded enemies so much because again it's a time waster, and given how boring the combat is, I want to spend as little time fighting stuff as possible.
Don't even know why Lyric's even trying. He should have figured out by now that the characters can't die.
Yeah, well they've got main character immunity, haven't they? Main characters don't die. So yeah, Sonic Boom is a video game.
Actually, John Marston dies in Red Dead Redemption.
Who's that? I've never
He's the
played
main
that.
character in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh right, I haven't played that, so I don't know.
It's brilliant.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about that, but it doesn't really seem like my kind of game. To
I
be
fucking
honest.
love westerns, so that's why I bought it. Like, I love the western open atmosphere and that. Because I was mainly brought up on western films like John Wayne and Clint Eastwood. It just reminds me of that with a gritty open world style, and that's why I love it.
I'm not really a fan of Western films. I'm not sure why. I just can't get into them.
Well, I'm not really a film person in general, but like I do like the kind of general atmosphere and areas sort of bring to them, you know.
Yeah.
There's this great new film out, isn't there? The Alden 1888.
Is there
Not
really
1886.
almost no gameplay in it?
It's 1886, isn't it?
Yeah, so, yeah, I think so. But yeah, what it is that like it's 5.5 hours long.
I just saw the trailer for like the gameplay,
Yeah.
and it just looked abysmal. It just looked sort of slapdash, and yeah, I'm not gonna get that.
What bugs me most about it is like, fair enough, the game's 5.5 hours, which like it's quite short for a modern game, but like at the end of the day,
What annoys
it's not that big a
what
deal.
annoys
but-
me most about it is that PlayStation want to sell that off as an exclusive, and no way are people going to get that. That's not going to sell well for the console.
No. I'm just sick of them. Ready at Dawn, like, they're the developers, aren't they? They're absolute fucking scumbags. Like, what is that they've...
Who Ready at Dawn? I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what they've done in the past, but what they've done is they've basically lied about shit to people, because they were saying, like, it's impossible to have beat the game in 5.5 hours, when this guy's uploaded a fucking Let's Play where he beat it in 5.5 hours, not doing any sort of speedrunning tricks or anything, he's just playing the game. There's video proof that you can beat this game in 5.5 hours.
Did they deny that before or after that?
I don't know, but, like, they're lying if they're saying it's impossible to beat it, because it's clearly not.
Yeah, I can understand that. I was wondering.
If you were to say, like, well, we understand the single player is quite short, but we were hoping it, like, say, it'd be replayable, or like people would rather play the multiplayer or something, like, fair enough, like, that might not be to my taste, but at least they're being honest and they're marking it to the particular audience. Whereas if you're actively lying about something, you're shitlords, aren't you?
Yeah, I understand that, but I'll just skip on to something different. I'm just saying, the Xbone, I'd never buy it or anything, but at least they put detail and variation in their exclusives.
What exclusive?
I think PS4 with that, they haven't really like bothered with their exclusives. They're sort of like, oh yeah, we're the better selling console. Oh, enjoy the games that you can play on the Xbone and multi-plat anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think what a lot of it comes down to is Sony kind of... I don't know whether they were getting a bit cocky or whether it just sort of worked out for them as a happy accident, but they got a lot of support purely on the basis that Microsoft was screwing up. So, like, they had this mentality that they didn't have to try.
Yeah.
Which is shitty, but...
what exclusives do Microsoft have? Sunset Overdrive, they have Titanfall, don't they? Just trying to rack my brain for others. But
I know they've got the
Dead
Halo
Rising
collection.
3 and Halo collection, that's about 4. PS4 have only got...
You got The Order,
No, The Order and Injustice. Infamous.
Infamous, yeah.
That's
They've
it.
got like the remaster of The Last of Us.
Yeah, but who gives a shit about that?
All the people who would have cared about that would have already played it on the PS3, really,
Pretty
wouldn't they?
much.
So, fair enough having a HD port, but like, don't expect it to.
I do like the console, don't get me wrong, but it seems I'm getting more enjoyment out of the indie games than the games that you buy
Yeah, I get
on
what you
like
mean.
Marketplace.
Yeah, it's... Don't get me wrong, like, these consoles, for what they are, like, there's an impressive bit of kit in there, but they're just not being used properly.
Not really, no.
But anyway, this section here is an underwater shooter, because that's what we associate with Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Yes.
It's been 15 months though, you'd expect some games out by now, like exclusive wise. But you know what's really pissed me off? In Tesco's, they refuse to sell 3DS games now, not in store, but they sell it online.
I don't know, is the 3DS stuff really not selling that well then?
No, I would imagine that they would be, because...
Yeah, it's like, there's a lot of new games.
And that's what I said to him, why are you not stocking this? Because it's a big seller. And they said, oh no, that's how we do it. Well, you shouldn't be doing it like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I know these supermarkets and that, they tend not to put too much attention on games in general, do they? So they probably only get like the biggest blockbuster at the time. So like whenever I go down to certain shops, I'll see like...
Yeah, but it's annoying me that I have to go out of my way.
Yeah.
Don't they know who I am?
Yeah.
I have to go all the way.
This is who I am.
I have to go out of the way to Enfield, right, to go to game and get a 3DS game.
That's why ordering things online is my kind of choice these days. Just because a lot of the game
but
shops
I shouldn't need to order it online.
Yeah, alright, let's move.
There's 3 of these fuckers now.
But it's right though, isn't it? I shouldn't need to order it online.
Yeah, these things here, they're just so annoying when they just sort of... It's hard to predict them because sometimes it looks like they're going one place, but my depth perception is all the shit, so I think one's going one place, but no, he's actually just killing me. And when you die, you have to start the whole water section again.
Yeah, I had to start this over a couple of times.
Yeah, like that's not kind of obnoxious. So let's just jump to where we're back to.
It's not exactly a good angle to play it from.
No. I don't want to be underwater in a jet. This isn't like some jet game. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. Let me run fast.
To be honest with you, I think the 3DS has sold a lot more variations of games than the DS. Because you remember on the DS there was a load of third-party games and Pokemon, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's like you get Legend of Zelda games, Pokemon, Mario, a lot of all different stuff on the 3DS.
The 3DSs are capable of a lot more than the DS, so...
No, it's not in terms of hardware. I'm on about games.
There's more different things going on.
Pretty much.
I think there's less crap on the 3DS like now. Because like, if you remember when the Wii and DS were coming out, like probably about 90% of their entire libraries were just shovelware that no one wanted.
Pretty much. See, that's the thing. What don't me with the way it was a great console, and when it did like Nintendo stuff, it was great.
Yeah.
But when they done third party like Deal or No Deal, like if I want to play Nil or No Deal, I play it by my mum at home. Oh yeah, he's gonna get that box next, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like I do a guessing game. I don't want to play it on like a screen. No, I don't want to do that.
So like, it reminds me, like I had a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game on the Dreamcast that I used to like fuck around with a bit, but even that kind of wore off its welcome after a while. You know, like game show games just tend to kind of not
They're
be
crap.
replayable. You know, like you might, if you've got people over, you might fuck around with it on one session, but you're not really going to spend a lot
It's
of
just
time
going to be
on it.
there collecting dust.
Pretty much, yeah.